The final word.
Yep, the final word with the final board. All right, man. Y'all got y'all gloves on?
Yes, sir.
I know it's going to be fun tonight, bro.
The final word.
Me and Landlord went at it a little bit. It get real when you're trying to get that board together. Huh?
Over what? What y'all boxing over?
We was talking about Benson in the second round, and I just didn't agree. You know. But then when we got off the show, he actually made a good point.
It always happened like that.
He landed a punch, it just wasn't in front of everybody.
He said, come on, let's go around the corner, bro. Let's go around the corner real fast. We ain't got to fight in front of everybody.
Because he made a case that the offensive line is pretty much built, which can allow you to, get your guy in a second, which I couldn't fight him.
Final word.
Yeah, that's where I've been at, bro. I'm special. Get the special guy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I'll say this right now. I'll say it before we go on. Your special guy sometimes can make guys block even harder.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good case at the end, man. Like I say, I ain't trying to win. This ain't about him personally. It's about the best idea. So when he landed that punch, I told him, I said, I'm going to bring that out in the open because that's a good point. You know what I mean? So we might not fight tonight. You never know, because a lot of our, we think the same on a lot of things. I think we think different on a few things, And then Foot's supposed to be coming in a little bit later, So we gonna just kind of freestyle this and get in and out. It's the last one, man. We putting it together. The final word with the final board. We can touch some center and guard too. If y'all want to touch that a little bit, we can touch that.
For sure.
I got some sleepers. Let's get it.
I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel lately. I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel lately. I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to.
And if it was up to me, if it was up to little old me to take a pick, it would probably go a little something like this. And with the 17th pick of the 2020 Dallas Cowboys NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select CeeDee Lamb.
Nostradamus.
I'll do a little.
I will move down.
The smart thing would be to move down, but the Cowboys historically don't.
Boss could be a trade down here with Justin.
We
got
a
trade.
We got a trade.
The OC to call it out.
We got a trade.
I said this is the place to move.
We were just sitting here talking Justin Fields.
I said it loud and clear. This is the place to move down.
We do it every year.
Go home, go hard, go home,
That, oh my God, to the Eagles.
He did it with Tyler Smith.
go hard,
We'll do it every year.
touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go.
I love Parsons as a rush defensive end, right? If you draft him and you put him on the end, turn him into another DeMarcus Ware. Let him rush the quarterback, get upfield, and create damage to the other opposing offense.
We got the pick.
Man, here it is.
We got the pick.
Yeah, this gotta be Parsons. Like, Parsons the best player available.
Go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now.
So the Cowboys just selected Jake Ferguson with pick 129. Hey, I'm good. I love the pick. I love the player. I know that a lot of people will say that this is probably a reach. This is about where I had Jake Ferguson.
That's why my ass is
really
sitting
solid
down.
Player from Wisconsin. He can do all of it. He can block. He can run routes. He can actually make people miss in the open field.
Have a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, go home.
Let's go.
Go hard, go home.
Draft week.
Go hard, go home.
Come on, man.
Go home. Touchdown like the end zone.
Let's go.
When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home. Go hard, go home.
All right, let's get this energy up, man. Let's get this energy going.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, man. Everybody in the chat over CFO, man. Put them wizards in the chats, man. I need to see them wizards light up in the chat, man. Where all my wizards at? Where all my draft wizards at, man? Let's light it up, man.
Man, let's
you know
go. We got
like,
OC in the
sometimes
building.
when you sit back and you watch, Tom Brady, or you watch Pat Mahomes, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan, they just come alive in the fourth quarter. And that's what's about to happen right now with the draft show. The Final Word draft show. They just come alive in the fourth quarter, man. It's on the line. And it's time to bang out, man. Let's go. Let's get it, Cowboys Nation. Light the chat up, man.
Light
Let's get
it up. This is it. We gotta solidify the board today. I'm excited to do that. So, all right. So, I'm gonna kick mine out first. All right. I'm gonna say my order right now, and then we can just get into it. Let the fight begin. So, number one, if he's sitting there at 24, this is my first guy. Number two, let me know when I'm crazy. I'm taking Brian Thomas under that. He on my board.
I had him at my 4. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
We can start the fight there. Graham Barton. That's number 3 for me. Then under that is Chop. I'm all the way with it. I'm not in love with offensive line to the point to where I'm not gonna get the best players. I would then go with Byron Murphy. I would take a risk with Mims. I would take the risk. I believe the upside is clear, and I think we got the best trainers in the world. I think if you come in here as a project, you go walk out as a polished specimen. When you add him to Duke, I ain't gonna give away my case because I might have to punch out with that one. Then I got Jordan Morgan. I got a sleeper receiver that I'm willing to even look at. All right.
Okay.
All right. And then I got a lot.
This is where you messed up.
No, I didn't.
Messed up. That's exactly
See, we see it different.
Up.
We see it totally different. You take risk, I don't. You like them injured dudes. I'm cool on that. I'm not. That neck scares me. And just like I'm done with all of that. I'm done with taking the chances on the injured guys. So I know we go fight on that. I'm ready.
You didn't just say it was Mims.
You just had Mims above him.
My bag on Mims. My bag on Mims. Like, yeah. Well,
Okay.
And then my other injured guy at the very end, and the lack of versatility put him at the end of my draft board. Yeah. And then I got Kingsley. Who got a problem with my list? Let's fight it out. And I want to hear your list first, and then we can fight it out. Who want to go next?
I go next.
We finna fight tonight. I'm ready. I'm finna fight everybody. This is the first round fight.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Fine. So my number 1 was, if Byron Murphy's there, I got him as my number 1 because I want him as a 3 tech.
Okay.
Because I want him as a 3 tech because I know we're gonna play Mozzie.
I'm gonna kill you on this. I'm sick of this.
Yeah. So I got Byron Murphy.
Right.
Next, I got Troy. But also I want you to let you know, I just told Tuck, I think you went away, but Yeah, I had 1A and 1B. So it don't matter with either one of these. But Troy Fautanu.
You cheating.
No, but I probably would take
I'm
Troy.
messing with you, bro. I'm in the fight
I probably would take Troy there if they're both there. I would take Troy over Byron, but
man, you gotta stand
Byron's
on the D.M.V. You gotta stand.
I think Byron's the better player.
All right,
so
let's
I'm
go
going off
then.
a better. I'm going off of better players. My better players list. Like then next is Lot 2. You know what I'm saying? Because he fits the profile of what Zim likes his ends to be. 6'5", long arms.
I agree.
Stop the run. You know what I'm saying? So then his next is Brian Thomas Jr., which kind of I think Brian was your 3. So I definitely understood Brian. No, he was your number 2, right? Was Brian your 2 or your 3?
My 2.
Okay, yeah. But I understood it though because look, I have the.
Ooh, we finna fight.
Yeah, I understand it though, bro. Because look, this came on TV the other day, and I was telling Tuck, this is the Randy Moss, Greg Ellis.
Thank you. Then what you doing? You got,
bro. But these
man, I'm ready to fight you right now. So why do you have?
Because they ain't Greg Ellis. I think they're better prospects than Greg Ellis was.
Oh,
but
hell no.
Then I got Graham Barton. After them, Graham Barton, Chop Robinson. I share the sentiment on Chop Robinson there. If you watch him play, you'll understand why. Like again, I hold edges very, very high. Then I got Jackson Powers Johnson, Jordan Morgan, Amarius Mims. Because of the injuries, like you said, that's why I have Jordan Morgan above Amarius Mims. Then I got Kingsley, and then my last is Xavier Worthy. I know everybody love the speed, but I just feel like
he don't play as fast.
Players,
he don't play as fast.
I think these guys are better players than him. You know what I'm saying? I think they're better players. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do. Man, I didn't know we was gonna be all over like this. I like this. This is gonna be fun. All right, Tuck.
What's up?
we need your order.
All right, so I got Troy Fautanu, number 1.
All right, we agree.
Number 2, I got Laiatu Latu, number 2. I got Brian Thomas Jr., number 3.
Okay.
I got Graham Barton, number 4.
Man, we the same for most.
Byron Murphy, this is 5.
Man, we on the same. Yeah.
Jackson Powers Johnson.
Hell no.
Then I got Jordan Morgan, Xavier Worthy, Chop Robinson, Kingsley, and I have Mims last.
I like it. All right, OC.
Yeah.
You got your list ready, or did you do your homework?
Man, so this is for the first round, right? We're talking about top 5 picks.
Yeah, we finna fight this out. We talking about the top. We talking about the people that's gonna be there, and we trying to put together this board, and we go fight about why we got our rankings, and we go try to convince each other. That's the thing we getting ready to do.
Yeah, so I think that the Cowboys should go offensive line here. I do feel like there are a couple change up picks that could happen, and so based upon that, I'm gonna be honest. I really like Amarius Mims. I like him a lot. Out of Georgia, that's my number 1.
Whoa,
that's my number 1. I like him. I like his size. I like his girth. I like his physicality, and I think that he would be just a great pick for the Cowboys.
So you going Mims over Troy?
For the Cowboys, yes. After a lot of thought, after a lot of review, yes, I am. And I'm gonna go. I think if you draft him, they go try to put that boy right at their left tackle, and then you go leave Tyler Smith inside if they get it. That's why, because of his size and his length, I think they're going to try to build him into a role grading starting left tackle, and they're going to work with him. They're going to let him develop. They go put him with Duke. They go get his feet and his technical right.
Oh, don't get you might want to say them punches, bro.
I got a lot, bro. I got a lot on every pick. I got a lot that I can say. So
we're not at the fight part yet. We at the part where we trying to see where everybody kind of different on their ranks, because we gonna try to put together a board through.
Okay. War. All right, cool. So my second is Jordan out of Arizona. I like him a lot.
Man,
another time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my number 2.
You put him over Troy?
Yes, I did. I'm thinking Cowboy Pacific is what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking Cowboy Pacific here, okay? And I'm thinking what they may do and what we need, okay? All right? Now, my third is Chop. My third is Chop because of the speed and just because of the athleticism. I won't get too far into him. But also, D.M.V brought up a great point in terms of what Zimmer does and what may be the changes to how Micah Parsons plays in this defense this coming season. Think Anthony Barr when Anthony Barr was a young guy. Okay, so I'll leave right there for now. All right. So as a change-up pick, and this will be, I'm sorry, it's funny for me to say this, but this will be a screw you pick. It'll be like a Cowboys pick, and not a bad pick, but a screw you pick. It'll no Xavier Worthy.
Oh, okay.
It'll be a screw you. We're not paying pick. It'll be that kind of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's possible. I think that also for the Cowboys, in my opinion, I think that Troy Fatanu, I may be slaughtering his name. I think that's a possibility as well. And then I also think another potential might be a better pick than the screw you pick I mentioned earlier is Brian Thomas. Oh my! That's my five.
Oh my God! Everybody different, bro. Me and Tuck was the closest. Tuck, we will probably fight them, bro.
Come on.
My list wasn't that far off from Tuck's, other than I had Byron Murphy at 1. He had him at 5.
Let me see.
Only one that stood out is that he has Mims 1. I have Mims last.
Okay, yeah. Let's start the fight there. Let's see if we can meet that in the middle. Because I got Mims in the middle. So we all over. So let's start with Mims, man. Who right, who wrong on Mims?
And we're thinking about for the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Now
here, or just making your case for the board. I'm thinking we simulating fighting out we making the cases on why this rank need to solidify. That's what we doing.
Okay, so I'll let OC.
Yeah, go ahead, Tuck.
No, I'll let Tuck go first. Go ahead, Tuck.
Well, I mean, it's obvious when it comes to Mims, right? He has the athleticism, he has the size, right? He's a creative player, but he's limited, right? He's limited as far as his reps is concerned. He has some injuries, lower body injuries, never really fared well offensive lineman. He doesn't have the best bend. And for the Cowboys standpoint, if you're in win now mode, right, which we are, he does us no good. Personally, he does us zero good. Now, if you're in this kind of future mode, okay, a guy you can kind of stash and kind of work with and get him, with Duke and get him revved up, then okay, then I'll understand the pick. But right now, as far as where we're concerned, with no left tackle, questions of mark, where is Tyler Smith going to play? Marius Mims does us zero good. He has zero experience at left tackle. He has some injuries, some lower body injuries, and he's going to take a while to develop, where I just don't see the impact that he would give us. So, nothing personal with him. I think he's, phenomenal talent. He has the frame. If you're looking for a mold of clay, he is that. But there's zero chance I'm not taking any. There's no reason why I can say that he's over Troy Fatanu. Like, I don't know what planet he could possibly be over a proven left tackle who played for Washington. I mean, you wouldn't even put him over Jordan Morgan. Me personally, he was one of the best pass pro left tackles in college football, in damn sure not over Graham Barton. So, I don't know the number one. You know what I'm saying? The number one overall in the first round pick out of what was listed, I personally just can't see that, bro, at all.
Okay. Respect to your opinion. And this is a Cowboys move because of his length. The Cowboys like long, tall, long arm punch tackles. Think Tyron Smith. He is a long punch. And remember, look, hey, Tyron Smith played some right tackle at USC. All right, before he was drafted. And this kid has shown the ability to extend and keep defenders off his body. His feet need to catch up a little bit, no doubt about it. The bend can be better. That's strength, which is the easiest thing to do between year 1 and year 2. I'm not worried about that. He's also played with a lot of power. He's played in the toughest conference in the country, and he's held his own versus some of the elite pass rushers and talented dudes that will go at the top of the first round. So when you consider all those things, you have to look at that. And I think the Cowboys, especially if you look at Will McClay and his pattern, right? Physicality, length, and they always draft upside. They always draft upside, Tuck. It doesn't matter. They're going to draft upside. And so I don't disagree in principle with the things that you're saying. In principle, you know what I mean? I don't disagree. But in terms of the Cowboys and their type, their prototype, which is why, I think this guy goes number one. And I think that, look, Jordan out of Arizona, I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a great player. But I think for the Cowboys prototype, if that dude's sitting right there, I think they're looking at him like Tyler 2.0, just taller and heavier. That's what they're going to think. That's my opinion about what they would make out of him, man. And that's why I put him at number one.
Right. If you're just going off a project and potential, then I can see Mims. But if you're going off a win now mode, I just personally wouldn't support the pick, honestly. Because if you kind of compare him to Broderick Jones, like I don't think he was better than Broderick Jones at Georgia. So it's like, I don't know, man. It would be some futuristic, and we'll come back here and do a recap and to say it's a future draft, because I just don't think he would be ready week one to be your starting left tackle at the NFL level.
Let me jump in real quick. Because I want to make us see y'all on totally different opposite sides. I got him in the middle. Okay. So I'm going to try to meet both of y'all in the middle. Okay. I see your point, OC, especially because of Tyler Smith. There's no way we could look at Tyler Smith at left tackle when he was coming out of Tulsa and say that he was the same player he was game one versus Temple. You know, where you could obviously see the quick work of the Cowboys with Duke. You know, they tightened up his technique in a record pace to the point to where he didn't even get no tackle reps. And when I look at any one of these offensive linemen going to the Dallas Cowboys, to me, that's like putting 10 more draft grades on them. So if we got him at 24, that's really, in my opinion, like you're a top 14 guy. That's what I mean by that, because of the soil of the Dallas Cowboys that you planting them in. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to move them up Tuck's board and maybe move them down your board, OC. Did I make a case, OC?
You made a case. You made a case, and I'm gonna be quick on this, D.M.V. You made a great case, and I think that the Cowboys. Remember, I'm talking about the Cowboys and how they will pick. I just want you to keep that in mind. I have other tackles above here, okay, on my top 5 tackle board.
So you talking about fit? Yeah, Cowboy.
I'm talking about fit. Yeah. And the Cowboys love to draft physical tools. They fall in love with physical tools. They love a long arm punch. They love a guy that can slide. Look, and he can slide. He has a nice long arm punch. He swallows up defenders. Man, they're savants at getting boys stronger. They're savants at getting boys technically sound, especially with Duke, one of the best in the world. Right, they're savants at that. This kid has the physical tools and has shown really great capability versus great competition. Well, is he better on tape than Broderick was last year? No, he is not. But if you think about the NFL and what's required out of a tackle, he can do the job. And I beg to differ. If they work with this boy and they get him in camp, think about the jump that Asim Richards made from when they drafted him.
True.
So when he got to the end of training camp, he looked like a totally different dude than when he came out of North. Because when they made that pick at first, I was mad. I was like, what? He got his tape. What these garbage boo-boo? Now, this kid looks way better than Asim Richards and has way more physical tools. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Now, you can move him down and you can go with a surer thing and a more polished guy in Jordan and have less work to do. Okay? 100%, Tuck. But that guy, I don't think he has more physical upside. Think about the NFL, the speed, the strength variance between college than this kid does. And I think the Cowboys think along those lines, which is why I said that. But I could be wrong, okay? I could be wrong, but that's just an opinion. That's the take.
Because you also got to consider you're switching a 100% right side player to the left, too, for the Cowboys.
Yeah, 100%.
That's an excellent point. That's actually what I was going to talk about, because OC talked about Tyron Smith and how he played right, but he didn't just flip over to the left side He played his rookie year on the right side, and they had the insurance of Doug Free. They're not going to move Terrence Steele over to the left side and let Amarius Mims, you know what I'm saying, get his lumps over there. Like, we have to look at the limited snaps that he had. But if you look at his actual tape when he did play, you're right, OC. He whooped everybody worse than everybody that's on this list. He did.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But we got to look at the reason that we decided to move on from Tyron Smith, because he couldn't be on the field all of the time because he practiced. And right now we be going from a guy that we couldn't get onto the field to a guy that we don't know if we can get him on the field. And that's a little dangerous to me at 24.
Yeah, but the Cowboys are always risk players with a little bit of injury that they thought were talented guys. I'm thinking Cowboys. All right. They drafted Banderas. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. They always roll the dice on guys they think that has tremendous upside if they love that guy, which is why I'm making a case for him. And I'm gonna tell you, based on talent and upside, he may not even be there at 24. Now I'm gonna go on wax and say that he may not even be there. He may get picked before that, based on his talent and upside, his potential in his upside. But yes, you guys are all correct. The safer, more practical pick will be a guy like a Jordan, right, or go interior. But I think based upon the comments of Stephen Jones recently, he really loves the ideal of Hoffman and TJ Bass fighting it out on the inside, center guard. And if something doesn't look right, great. I'll put Tyler Smith because we have position flex. But if we can get a good player and leave Tyler Smith inside, we'll do that if we can. That's my interpretation of the interviews that he's had recently. But anyway, I digress. You guys go ahead.
So, Tuck, did you move him up? And OC, did you move him down?
No.
Tuck will say no. He gonna say no.
I'm personally not a Mims fan, so I'll just go on record and say that. Like, I'm just not a fan. Besides the hype and besides the measurables, it doesn't. 121 snaps last year. I need more than that, right? So it's like, for me personally, I wouldn't put him up. I mean, nah.
This is a good debate. I'm surprised.
Honestly, I like Kingsley's film more than I like the Mims film, to be honest with you.
Now, OC, if we were talking about a JC Latham, like, you know what I'm saying, and this was your argument, I'm with you 100%. You get what I'm saying? I'm with you 100% on that.
Yeah, we all forgot Tyler Cotton, because that's probably going to be damn near the pick too. Yeah.
But look, guys, I think that Kingsley, man, I mean, you're correct. I think that if Graham Barton is there, he's probably the pick, right? That's just what I think, because I think that they like he's a Cowboys type of guy.
Yeah, it's the flex.
He's a Cowboys type of guy, if you see what I'm saying. Then, that's what I kind of think. But he's a Cowboys type of guy. He just like that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? And so he'll end up probably being the pick if he's there, right? But this is if you're looking at options for tackle and you're trying to get value. But I could be wrong about this. It's just a take, guys. You go ahead.
This is a good fight, though, man. I heard a very good fight by everybody, man. I see why the war room is hard, like, for real. I can see why it's very hard to get your board in order, because I can see why it take votes, like, for real. All right, I want to make a case for why I got Brian Thomas Jr. so high, and I think all of y'all are out y'all minds. I think y'all are overthinking this. I really don't like none of y'all for having him this low. I think y'all are falling for the okie doke.
I had him at number 4, bro.
I had him at 3.
Okay, man, you cool, Tuck.
I had him at like 4. I had him at 4.
Yeah.
That's not good enough for me, bro. I think anybody that you gotta be 2 or 3, or you.
What's happening is Boss is spitting about that fight because he have Leia Tulatu last. That's the fight you need to take on.
No. We'll take on that fight, but I gotta start this fight. So this the deal, and we gonna take on that fight, but I need everybody to move him up y'all list, like literally right now, except Tuck. You cool at 3. I ain't gonna fight you because we close enough. But you listen. First thing I'm gonna say is this, and I'm gonna aim this at you, OC. My first punch coming directly at you.
Come on, big dog.
All right. The team with the most fill in the blank wins the game.
Points, boss. Points.
Okay. So how in the world in a passing league are we go pass and do the Randy Moss, Greg Ellis thing again? You don't get points from offensive line. You don't get points from chop. You get points from Brian Thomas Jr. And on top of that, he is the ultimate CD Lamb insurance. So I'm going to address this one to D.M.V. because I'm going around the room punching everybody.
Yeah.
What happens if CD Lamb goes down?
We ain't got nothing, bro.
Nothing.
We got Ferg.
So doesn't Brian Thomas help you with offensive insurance?
Yes, he does. Okay, you convinced me, bro.
I got
you convinced me.
Thank you.
You convinced me to move him above Latu.
Yes.
Okay?
I got one more.
I got him at 3. Okay.
Thank you.
I know your mistake, boss. I know you're mistaken this, boss.
I ain't make no mistake. Let's go.
I
I'm
see
ready
your
to
mistake.
fight. Let's go.
No. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you your mistake. See, boss, you're thinking too logical. That's your mistake here.
What?
You're thinking too logical.
What?
Yeah, because Stephen Jones, we gotta have these other guys.
No, I ain't gonna let you stand on that.
Hey,
we got Tolbert. Look, listen. This is what he said. We got Tolbert. We got these other guys. Give these other guys a chance. So that's why they ain't gonna pick him. And you know what, boss? There's no 7, 8, or 9 round throws if your quarterback is picking himself up off the AstroTurf. There are no long throws.
You capping.
I'm
Stop
not capping.
It, bro. You big capping. I gotta fight you back. Now I'm gonna let you finish. I'm finna eat you alive for this.
Hey, boss.
You should have tried me.
Boss. But look, do me a favor, right?
Yeah.
Let's name the receivers that Mike McCarthy had success with in Green Bay.
Good.
So we got? We got Jordy Nelson.
Driver.
We have
Jones.
Driver.
Jones.
He had Devontae behind Jordy, right? At one point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he did.
Yeah.
So I was more so looking at
Givens.
the X position. But I was looking at the X position. You're looking at Jordy and Devontae.
Okay.
All right. Look at their measurables and their sizes, and then look at Brian Thomas Jr. and what his size is. I think Mike McCarthy would know exactly how to use him. In this offense with CD Lamb. Right. That's my point on Brian. You didn't have to sell me too much because when I was on the show with Vach the other day, that was the guy. He said, "Who is that? Who's the pick that if we picked him?" That you would just run around the circles, and Brian Thomas Jr. was that pick for me.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to sell me too hard on that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I was finna push. I wasn't done with my case on Brian Thomas too. I had some more, but go ahead. You can't go back to that. I'm making my case on Thomas, bro. I know you want to try to go where you think I made a mistake. No, we stand focused.
No, I was gonna say your only pushback you could get with the Brian Thomas thing, because I'm with you guys with this pick, it would be the charge that this fan base needs, honestly. But here's what I'll ask you, right? You got CeeDee Lamb. You should re-sign him back. He's coming on the deal, okay? That's where their bulk of your targets are going to go. Should be getting more targets to Jake Ferguson. Then you got Brandon Cook. So how much value are you going to get from Brian Thomas being the X wide receiver? And just like OC said, knowing how the Cowboys think, they're going to want to put either Jalen Brooks or Jalen Tolbert on display. So me personally, and I just did a live show. We did a round table for the division. He was my first pick. I went Brian Thomas, right? Because you're gonna have to fight firepower with firepower. If we're not gonna have the roster compete, at least let's just overload the offense and go out there and try to put 45 up on people's head and let the chips fall where they fall. But thinking from the Cowboys' perspective, I'm not sure they would do it. I think they would go something safe like offensive line. If I had to bet money on it, the pick would be offensive line. But if it's me, Will McClay, I'm getting Brian Thomas Jr. pretty much every time, unless something crazy was to happen and someone was to fall.
Me too. Now, I do want to make a case, and Landlord, I need you to tag me in like wrestling. You know how they used to be doing this?
Yeah.
Like you
WrestleMania.
Yeah. I'm finna get a tag from my boy Landlord because I'm finna steal his point. When we talk about how the Cowboys think, what did they do when they wanted to put leverage on Dak Prescott?
Strip away.
They said go out there and win with receive. I was gonna say go out there and win.
They got Trey Lance, right? All right. What did they do when they wanted to put pressure on Zeke?
Tony Pollard.
Let him go to Cabo.
And then they even had a shirt that said Zeke who?
Mm-hmm.
Landlord, Landlord, thank you, bro. Thank you. All right. So when we talk about how the Cowboys think, who didn't show up for the voluntary workouts?
They wouldn't get to CD.
CD and Micah. And this is why I said this might be a screw you pick, right? It might be a screw you. We might not pay your pick. It's just a
so you on my side. That means you need to move Thomas up on your board. I'm trying to talk you into
That's why he had Xavier Worthy. But he got
Xavier Worthy ahead of him.
He got Thomas too low. I'm trying to talk him up on his board because we
but
trying
look, but to Tuck's point, it would have to be a splash guy. And look, Xavier is that splash guy. He broke the 40 record. He's that guy that people are going to get hype about. You know how the Cowboys roll, man. They smart with it. That's what I'm saying. He's going to be the hype guy. We got the fastest guy. We going to blow the top off defense. He's fast. This is how they think.
We got 6'4" and fast.
Oh, hell no.
I'm saying that he's more...
You gotta move him up on your board, or I didn't do my job. Did you move him up on your board? Yes or no, OC? Did I talk you at least a couple of slots up?
I'm a concede. I'll put him at 3. I had him at 4. I'll put him at 3.
That's what I'm talking about, man. This is the best room ever.
But here's also the thing.
Talent.
Here's also the
thing. But I don't think they're gonna do it unless it's like a screw you pick, because they could draft a defensive end. It depends on if they want to say screw you to Micah or screw you to CD Lamb. If they want to say screw you, then they'll just draft one of the players in their same position at the top pick. I mean, this is what's gonna happen. But if they're being logical and practical, they're gonna draft an offensive line.
No.
But here's the thing. Who's the priority on the screw you list? It's not Micah. It's not CD. It's Dak. So I'm not giving you no more weapons so you can go put out another MVP season and possibly build up your price next year when we don't have you signed. So I'm going to strip you down. You have to go out there and play with what you have, you know what I'm saying, and figure out. So if they're going to try to screw anybody over, it's going to be Dak Prescott. They ain't going to give him no loaded offense and loaded weapons to go out there and prove his case on this one-year deal. They're going to strip everything away and try to get his value down.
Unless they're building it for the next quarterback,
right, and building it for Trey.
And a lot of us are thinking a lot of people have been linking Shador to the Cowboys, so they ain't gonna let Shador just come in here with no damn weaponry. You know what I'm saying? So that could be your case too, because that's building for next year as well, having that other receiver.
Right.
I think this next one gonna be easy for all of us. I don't even really think it's gonna be a fight on this one. I'd be surprised, but
Graham.
Yeah.
Graham.
You know.
Oh man. Oh, Graham. He's the pick, man. He's there.
That's not a fight. OC, I said that like probably 2 weeks ago. I was like, I know who they picking. They picking the guy they can just either we can put him at center, guard, or if we feel like he's a tackle, we'll figure it out. That's our drafted and figure it out guy right there.
Yeah.
The
fans will love that pick too. What you say?
Yeah, he's the easiest plug and play player.
All right, so no fighting on that. Now, Chop. We was different on Chop. Me and Tuck.
Hurry up, Foots. Where you at, Foots?
Hold on, Chop. You got okay. This is the difference. Okay, Tuck. You have him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got him 8. I got him 4. Right on my list. If he's sitting there, OC, you got him 4. And you, D.M.V, you got him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I got him at 6.
You got him at 6. So it's not that much separation between us. I want to kind of hear. I'm gonna make the case on. Well, I wanted to hear your case on Chop OC because you was talking about versatility. I told you to kind of spray your punches, but you yet got him, in my opinion, OC. Yeah, we're around the same place. So, what's your case on Chop around 4 where you have him?
Yeah, it's just that Chop is a pure pass rusher. He's a situational pass rusher. He's going to have to add strength and be better in the run. And the reason why you pick him is because Michael Parsons is going to play more off-ball linebacker so that he can be a sideline force in the defense. And he's going to rush situationally opposite of a guy like Chop that generates a lot of speed and just can create pressure on the other edge, because the issue with the Dallas Cowboys is that you don't have bookends. And although you have Tank Lawrence, which is a disruptive player, he's a great against the run. He's not a consistent pressure the quarterback, come up with sacks type guy. So the Cowboys need that. And if you look at Mike Zimmer and you look at the model of what he did with Anthony Barr when he was younger in Minnesota, I think that he's going to use some of those elements and employ that with Michael Parsons, which is going to have Michael Parsons off the ball more, which would be the reason you draft Chop. That's my case for him. That's the only reason why.
Okay, y'all got any pushback on that? Because y'all got Chop a little lower than the OC and I.
The only reason I kind of have Chop. Go ahead, D.M.V. You got it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I had Latu at 4, and it's because more so.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
I had Latu at 4 and Chop at 6.
They say Foots in the back. Hold on, real quick. Let me get Foots up in here. I ain't even seeing. I don't see Foots. Foots not in here yet.
Hey. I about to say, well, look, Foots, he's coming in at the right time, because me and Foots one morning had an argument about this one. We had a debate, but he actually sold me a lot on Chop Robinson being somebody that we should look at 24.
Oh, I see. Hold on, real quick. Let me see if because I want everybody in on this debate, because this is good, bro. I'm enjoying this. This is the best war room experience I've ever had. Let me see if I can get him. Go ahead, real quick. Let me call Foots and see if I can get him in here.
Okay, so I had Latu at 4, and it was based on preference of what I think that the scheme or what the roles will be. I think Latu is a little bit better at run recognition, and it really just more of a preference at more so contained. And I think that Chop is more of a spill player. I think that Chop is more of the edge version of what Micah is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having 2 Micahs. So it's no problem with having 2 Micahs at all. You know, remember, Mike was more of a linebacker at Penn State. And I think that Penn State probably learned their lesson with Micah and probably had that type of person more so play the edge, if that makes sense into what I'm saying. But, you know, I had Graham Barton in between them, and I wasn't budging on putting Chop above Graham Barton. But I think as far as right now, I have Latu better, a little bit more so day one with what we need. But I think that Chop Robinson has a higher ceiling than Latu does, for certain.
Yeah, I like Latu a lot, but I just don't think Latu's gonna be there. I think that Latu is a top 15 pick. It will be a slide for him to get all the way down to a Cowboys pick, because he has too much talent. I think that Chop, what's up, Foots? I think that Chop is the guy that could fall to be there because he has proven himself to be an elite run stopper, but he shows that high-end burst bend and can win with hands around the edge. So I think that if you're looking at getting bookends and balancing the defense for the Cowboys, if he's there, I think the Cowboys look strongly at maybe picking him up.
Foots, your audio good?
2, y'all got me?
You got you. All right, before we get going, because we fighting right now, it's some good boxing going on right now. I'm enjoying it. This is a fantastic boxing match. We first got to get your list. Do you have your list?
Yeah, the text you sent me, I got it.
Hold on. Let's get caught up on your list. Let's rank your list.
Do you need my my stack, or what do you need? Because
the list from what we sent, so that we can kind of see where you are, and we'll see the differences in our opinions, and then we'll debate it out and try to see if we can move somebody up or down.
You know what? I didn't see my list, bro.
Take your time, man.
I can't. So okay. So Are we still on the first round?
First
or what are
round.
we doing?
We on the first round. We
It's
on
the
the
first
second
round.
round fight.
So
yet.
how you ranking these guys?
Yeah, what's your board? Like, what would be your
Okay,
board?
so out of the ones you sent me,
Yeah.
okay. Actually, let me pull out my my big board.
There we go.
I got it. I actually got it. Yeah, but I mean,
Oh, that's perfect. Look, I told
That
you.
boy
I
say
told
they
you,
be-
Foots, keep the notes, bro.
I already
Told
knew.
you.
Bro.
if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right.
Yeah, let's do it right, bro.
So
This is a real life war room. We trying to get down to the nitty gritty
So-
before Thursday.
And honestly, shout out to everybody on here, man. Y'all killing the content. Is
Thank
James
you,
on here? Where my guy James at?
James ain't on here yet. He
Okay,
coming.
that's cool. That's cool. D.M.V, OC, Tuck. Me and Tuck did some work this week.
Yeah.
D.M.V, I caught your work with Botch. I love it. So out of this board, I won't go through my whole stack, but out of this board, the highest person would probably be without. It's between Graham Barton and Byron Murphy, and then so for the sake of time, it would be Graham Barton, then Murphy Tuck right behind him. Then Brian Thomas tucked right behind him. Excuse me. Scratch that. I didn't see Troy Fanu because Fanu is over all of them. So it would actually be Troy, Graham. Then I have you could tax Touch because I got on my board I got Brian Thomas at 15 and whatchamacallit at 16, Byron at 16. Then Latu he has stars because of the medical.
Yeah.
No medical. He's a top 10 player in this draft.
Right.
But being medically retired, that's why I've been on
I dropped
Twitter.
him down on that.
He medically
not
retired.
because of the play, but concern.
That concern
I
was a
understand
real
that.
thing. I'm probably one of the few people in the draft community that's not as high on Jackson Powers Johnson as everybody else. Like I see
I'm
it.
low on him too.
But I never had him over Grant Barton, ever.
Me
Ever.
neither.
Not once in the
Me
process. I never had him over Grant Barton. And that's okay because we're allowed to disagree.
That's okay. Right.
There's
There's nothing wrong with that. That happens.
Back, and this is what, me and Bosh have been fighting about all week. Kingsley and Jordan are like fringe 1 and 2. They're like fringe first round, second round players for me. Jordan Morgan to me is a guard, y'all. But the issue is shorter arms. There's times he struggles with power. So now if you put him inside and he's taller, is he struggling with D tackles that are quicker, play with power? But I think Jordan Morgan can play. You can't hold him hostage for one game. You can
Hold on,
look
don't
at
give away
one
all
game.
your punches. You might
Okay.
need the
Okay.
punches, bro.
Okay, so that's kind of my stat. So
I love it.
And then Amarius Mims is another one with a star. So he's rated like him. I'm gonna be honest with you. Him and Latu, top 10 ability, but I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm probably not the person to talk to about Amarius Mims because I think me and Tuck were talking about. Oh, one of us was talking about this. He's only played like 8 games, right? Like ever as a starter, and then he couldn't finish the combine. Like that's a red flag to me. I look at everything. Like he came up tight, the hamstring at the combine. Then I wanted to see his tape versus Alabama. And it's like 73 is back in there, and that's why they lost that game. He struggled, the other right tackle, and Amarius Mims is a good player, but I don't know if his body will hold up. At that size, that twitch, I literally don't know if he'll hold up. So that's kind of where I'm at.
I love it, and I'm glad you came in because we got to go back to Mims because I'm not intentionally being messy, but you raised some good points, right? So the OC got him number 1. I think you raised a big concern and a legitimate concern with not getting through the combine. I think that's a good punch right on the OC jaw. OC, you gotta respond to that. That is very legit. That's very concerning that a guy, I'm just being honest, man, because you got him number 1, bro. And I know why you did it, but you gotta address that punch. That's a good one.
Yeah, man. I think that at the end of the day, it's not about what happened with the medical. If you think about the Cowboys and you think about think about Van Der Esch. You think about, the recent linebacker, I forget his name now, man. He was with us, took a cheap deal on the re-sign. No, Clark, but also the Notre Dame linebacker, even before him. What's his name? I forget.
Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith, right? So you got 3 examples right there on if the Cowboys medical believes that he can be good and they like him, they will pick him. That's their pattern. So yes, you bring up a great, but I'm thinking based upon if they don't. First of all, and this is all the Rams out there. I think if Ram is there, he's the pick. But I think that based upon a long puncher, based upon a guy with physical upside.
Can you go out and come in?
I'll come back in.
God,
yeah, I'll go out and come in.
I want to see this fight. Dang. All right. Anyway.
I mean, so I don't think OC is wrong by having Mims at 1. Like that's this draft class. Like I honestly can't even fight him, boss. I know we want to throw gloves on, and me and D.M.V can throw gloves on with Chop and Latu. So me and D.M.V had a good backdoor conversation about those two, and I came in on that. So
yeah.
But with Mims, it's like Mims does have the highest ceiling. I'm gonna be honest. People don't want to hear this. Mims and Tyler Guyton have the highest ceilings in this draft class. I don't care. I'm gonna take that to the grave. Tyler Guyton's athleticism. Go look at it. You pulling up stuff. Pull up his athletic profile.
Yeah.
I think it was like a 38-inch vert or 36-inch vert. None of those guys jump like that. None of those guys move like that in space. The difference with Guyton is the technique is all over the place.
Right.
And so that's why Cowboys Nation hates him. But I won't stand on the table for the guy. But when you get these guys in your building, I mean, the job, it's kind of like what me and Tuck were saying about Keon Coleman. If he goes to Kansas City, everybody loves him. If he goes to a scheme, but when it's like it's Dallas, it's like, well, why don't we like him? We latch on to certain things. I got another myth that I'm going to debunk later on in this show. But, I mean, to me, if you look at his athletic profile, go to his jumps and his splits. And that's already a great, like a 34-inch vert at that size is special. 7'5" 3-cone. If you can pull up the other tackles in this class, they don't look like that. In the 8'11" broad jump, it doesn't look like that. So the athletic testing is, to me, like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Who I was underwhelmed with athletically, not to cut you off, was Kingsley at the I thought he would have a better combine showing.
He looks better athletically on tape. His tape it stands out like crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people can't test well when it comes to that stuff though. But you know what I'm saying? Like playing and drills. Like sometimes, like for example, you look at Florida State, all of those guys tested well. Penn State, their program, everybody tested well. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just better at it than others. Pretty sure BYU ain't gonna have the people that Georgia have when it comes to these type of drills and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's BYU.
Yeah.
BYU for a reason.
Well, but waiting on the OC to get back, I think it would be hypocritical to make an upside case for Mims and don't make an upside case for Guyton. Just straight up. You know what I mean?
I asked a question, boss. And why doesn't everybody like Tyler Guyton? I just really want to know. Like the film that y'all watch.
Yeah, because I think it's the same reason people didn't like Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith technique was hot garbage coming out of Tulsa. Wide hands. The OC was showing me this, all the technical stuff, very wide, but you could see the rawness in them. And OC made the case for Mims, which makes sense for Guyton. When you put him in the Dallas Cowboy laboratory where you merge him with Duke and you merge him with that environment of Hall of Famers, then all of a sudden you had Tyler Smith with everybody booed in the draft, was loving him by the time he played Tampa. So I see the case on Tyler Guyton from a developmental standpoint, and I can't fight it when you really look at the upside and the environment. Now, if you just, like you said, if you look at him on another team, maybe he flame out. But if you put him with Dallas, that can be a home
Dallas,
run.
he gonna win. Yep.
I feel
and boss, I'm gonna ask you this question because, and I keep bringing this up, and I said it on Watch's show the other day. Mike Tomlin on the pivot talked about like
point.
the pedigree of players. You know what I'm saying? He talked about the pedigree. And, you know, when he loves reading draft evaluations where people talk about the hands are here and, you know, the players can't learn and stuff like that. You know, those are coaches looking to get away, like to stay in their comfort zone. Everything you said, we talked about Guyton having the pedigree and getting the proper coaching. With the proper coaching, he becomes a player. Everything y'all said means that Guyton is going to win here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's start looking at the pedigree of these players opposed to them being finished products right now. You know what I'm saying? Because then if you're a finished product right now, you really have no ceiling. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Hey, Tuck, what are your thoughts?
I'm not a fan. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why, right, it's not because I do think Tyler Guyton has upside. I'm just thinking from the Cowboys standpoint. And it's not just with Guyton. The story was the same with Mims. I am in win now mode. Now, maybe I'm the only person, but converting a player who's only play on the right side and trying to toss him out at left tackle, who still has some lot of raw ability in a project, it's a huge ask. Be ready. Versus Tyler Smith, he was a left side player. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, the footing, the everything, the anchoring, it's all the same on that side of the field. But you're wanting to convert someone who's been predominant. I think he had like 600 reps at right tackle because he played with whatchamacallit, Antoine Harrison Jr. Out of OU last year. You know, so it's on the left side.
He's a D.M.V.
So
kid. D.M.V.
Yeah, he went to Jacksonville, right? Yeah,
I loved him. I loved him as a prospect last year. I wanted to draft him last year. He was
so I like Antoine, and like for me, I'm just thinking about left side, and I'm thinking about instant impact. Now, granted, he can grow, but will he be week one ready, converting all the way to a side that he's rarely played on the left side, and he's still a work in progress? I don't know. It's just too much of a risk for me with this number one pick. Especially what's on the board where we're talking about like a Troy Fatanu or a Graham Barton, a Graham Barton, or, you know what I'm saying, like some of these players are a Jordan Morgan. I feel like Jordan Morgan, boom, he's out of the box ready. Troy Fatanu, he's not going to be there, but he'll be out of the box ready. Graham
Barton, he's ready at tackle?
Who?
Morgan.
Who, Morgan?
Yeah.
I honestly think
I hear you at guard. Okay. I
think he would be fine at tackle. I personally think he would be perfectly fine at tackle. But I know that's the knock on him. A lot of people think that he's going to be guard. Like I said, if you go back to what the Cowboys thought about Matthew Bergeron last year, they thought he was a guard. He went to Atlanta and played tackle just fine. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's kind of skewed a little bit. But
I got a name that we're not talking about, Tuck, and I want to ask you. And add this for everybody. I don't want to hijack, boss, but I want to say, because this tackle thing, I think what's happened is we've just thrown a bunch of names out there, but I like what you're saying, Tuck. If you want to say pro ready, you really need to be probably looking at guards and saying Tyler Smith go play tackle, or interior lineman.
I've been saying that, bro. I've been saying that, bro.
That's really. But Tuck. Let me ask you about Roger Rosengarten, because I think his floor. Right? If we're talking floor, high. But I don't think he'll ever have the high-end ability of a Mims if he hits, or if a guy. What do y'all think about Rosengarten? Anybody could jump in.
Yeah, and I'm with you. And me personally, just my draft process, I like high floor versus high ceiling, because I like to kind of know what I'm getting, you know what I'm saying, versus kind of hope and wait, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, when it comes to Rosengarten, you're spot on, Foots. It's like he's going to probably be day one ready, instant plug and play, versus you have someone with this extreme potential and they're spending years, 2 to 3 years trying to reach that ceiling. I mean, would I take him in the first round though? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't take him in the first round though.
Yeah. Foots, I want to drill down with you on Tyler Guyton more, because I'm seeing the divide on Tuck and what you saying. Like, Tuck want these guys out the box. I do believe that some of these guys can get into the right program and develop and be ready to go. Did you ever look into some ambidextrous info on Tyler Guyton?
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound great. Did you ever see anything that might show like basketball background? I didn't dig too deep into Guyton, but it seemed like you did. Did you see anything that could show that he can make that transition from the right to the left?
So we talk about pedigree. I do look at OU tackles and linemen, and like they do have a pretty decent hit rate. You know, Creed Humphrey hit. Orlando Brown Jr. was decent. Lane Johnson obviously is a headliner. You know, Bill Benahy is one of the better coaches in college football. So like they send guys. Ben Powers hit. So I didn't look into if he was ambidextrous. I do know they said that Dylan Gabriel played. He was a left-handed quarterback, I believe. So, and you know what's crazy? I watched so much of his film, and I didn't even realize. You know what he was left-handed, and so they wanted Guyton protecting his blind side. I don't know if he has the ability to flip to the left or if he's done it in real time. I won't even lie to you, boss.
Yeah, he's had a few reps over there. I think. Let me see here. He had like 50 reps in 2022 and like 19 in 2021. So,
OC.
Okay, that's good stuff to
OC. Sick of this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, man. That's crazy.
Before we go,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Before we get out of round one, Foots raised a good argument on Tyler Guyton. We want to get your offensive tackle perspective on this. And the concern is him switching to the left. And I was basically saying, how can anybody make a case on Mims and development within the Cowboys if we don't make the same case for Guyton? I want to get your perspective on that.
Yeah, hopefully I don't lose, man. I'm going to get closer into hot spots here. So, you know, my perspective is that, yeah, he's a guy that could do it. He's a guy that's fluid with his feet. Good change of direction with his hands. So I see the athletic ability to where he can actually move from right to left. And it's not as uncommon as some people think. People make a big deal out of it, but it's really about the athlete and how they move their hands and feet and the ability to fight in the phone booth versus fight on the street corner. But he definitely has the athletic ability where he could do it. So I don't have any pushback on that.
Okay. We gotta now get it to round two. We got to get it to, and I'm gonna start where I know it's gonna be a fight because I'm ready to fight right now. I'm ready to fight.
Oh yeah, this about to be a fight right here.
Yeah, this gonna be a fight, bro.
I already know.
You know, I'm gonna start it off. All right, and I'm gonna also say it's we ain't no way we could finalize a board in one show. We couldn't do it. It's just too many differences of opinions, but it's still good. I'm smart. It's a very good exercise. It's good debates on all sides. Let's start with the fight. Tuck, I'm gonna let you go first, bro, because I already know, man. This your boy. This your pet cat, dog. Let's go.
I mean, he's number one. Make no mistakes about it. And here's what I keep saying. A lot of Cowboys fans need to be quit being so damn scary about injury history, right? You mentioned Jalen Smith. How many games did Jalen Smith miss in Dallas? We had Damone Clark. How many games did Damone Clark miss? Luke Schoonmaker had red flags in college from injury history. How many games did Luke Schoonmaker miss? So just because a player's had some injuries in college doesn't mean it's going to translate, right? Overshown played numerous games at Texas and got hurt. It's football. It's going to happen. But at the end of the day, if you have the opportunity to build your linebacker room up, you go with the best player. And granted, I can make the argument for the next guy, but Peyton Wilson is obviously one of the best linebackers in this year's class, hands down. And so if you're able to get a guy that can be instant impact, you can't be scary and worrying about injuries and different things like that, because I'm in win now mode. And I feel like Peyton Wilson, if you're to put him in this defense, he would be lights out. He's someone I can trust. He can cover. He's going to give you max effort. He's going to get everything you want at that second level, which we desperately need. So Peyton Wilson, he would be my number one in the second round.
I gotta fight you, Chuck, man. Now, it ain't even scary.
Because you get scared of LV, so everybody gets to be LVE.
It's actually smart, and also I'm speaking from experience because I've had shoulder surgery. That dude had 3. Bro, okay. You look like your shoulders, it looked like bad genetics, and I'm honestly just sick of us taking these second round risks that don't pan out. They don't pan out. Like you mentioned Jalen, but we never really got the Jalen that he was supposed to be. Jalen's supposed to be a top 5 pick. We didn't never see top 5 pick, and we also got to add LVE if we go name names of warnings that we should have known better, because it was already like concerns about his next that played out in his career, and we starting to see softness in Clark, right, based on the neck, right? So these injuries take away your courage sometimes, and I'm just sick of it. I think we can start with a cleaner slate, and I like his athletic ability. But I'm sick of the second round gambles that don't pay off.
But see, you're saying it only won't pay off if he gets hurt.
That's it. Because in terms of the player, we all believe in the player.
Well, you could get the only prospect with a clean bill of health, and they can still go down with a bum shoulder, or they go down with a knee injury. Like they can still go down.
Had three of them things.
It wasn't that like in 2021 though, right?
But man, listen, it went, cause see, my shoulder came out once on this side. They repaired it. It never had it happen again. It came out on this side. I never had it repaired. But if you keep having to get your shoulders repaired, that's likely a genetic defect in you. You probably born with some bad shoulders. And some of these boys got soft bones. They good athletes, but they got soft bones. I love him as a player. I don't even think the Luke Kuechly is a good comp, because I think he way more athletic. I don't think he diagnosed even close.
Yeah, hold on, boss. Hold on. When I seen that, I said, wait a minute. This is draft season.
Yeah.
Do we remember how good Luke Kuechly was?
That's what I'm saying. I don't see Luke Kuechly and Peyton.
He was talking about his athleticism. He was about to say his IQ.
He probably runs better. He probably runs.
Yeah,
okay, I give you that. He may run better and he moves. I give you that, boss.
But the Luke,
the recency bias be man. Luke Kuechly, honestly, outside of Ray Lewis, to me, Luke Kuechly was the best linebacker that I've ever seen play football. I mean, you can give me some other guys and you can argue, but like his career arc and what he's done, like if you just go look at
I didn't think about that, but you're right,
bro.
You're right.
Look at he was rookie of the year. His second year in the league, he was defensive player of the year,
bro.
6-time Pro Bowl, 6-time All Pro, 7-time Pro Bowl. Like that's just, and he retired early. He's only like 32. Or 30. He's really young. Let me look at how young he is.
You know what it sounds like to me, Foots. I'm gonna be honest. You know what it sounds like to me? Cal Pitts being Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Peyton Wilson not a dog, but that's a big.
Yeah, he's 32.
Right.
That's saying a lot, because I don't see the diagnosing of a Luke Kuechly. I see a better athlete in Peyton though, but I don't see the cerebral that I saw in Luke. Luke was probably the smartest, more instinctive linebacker, and I agree with the Ray Lewis comp since Ray. Like for real, I'm probably saying top 3 linebacker all time. I don't see
you know what else too though? If y'all watch NC State, NC State really, the other linebackers played well too. They had a pretty good scheme over there. You know what I'm saying? I really like them.
Actually, you know what? But you talking about 10? Big 10? Yeah, he was coming downhill.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So like I'm watching him, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I thought it was Peyton, and I'm like, oh nah, never mind, somebody else. But Edgerrin Cooper, I had Edgerrin Cooper slightly a little bit higher than Peyton on my list, just because I think that they have a lot of similarities as far as athleticism and stuff, but I think that Edgerrin's a little bit meaner. I think that he carries a little bit more weight to him, a little bit more oomph to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's. But I had we just had like based on our boards.
We just ranking the
board. I know.
Yeah, just based on the board.
That hard reality setting in, man. We're not getting there.
Yeah, I know we ain't getting.
but make your case for the board though, because that's what we doing. We lining up the board, ranking these guys, ranking the linebackers.
But I had Peyton at 3 though. I didn't have him far from number 1. I had him at 3 on mine.
On your second.
Go ahead, Foot. You about to say something?
I'm gonna get messy.
I mean, Junior Coast is my number 1 backer on the board, and it would definitely be a question. It would be up for debate if Peyton was helped. Like if he had no star by his name for me, then I would. But I'm gonna tell you, I like Junior Colson more than most, probably because I just see again. I think that he'll play at around 240, 250. He was at the combine at 238. I don't know if he was gonna run and didn't run, but he plays bigger. I just see a more physical player than everybody on the board. Now with Cooper, I was watching an interview. He pretty much said he has no interest in playing Mike linebacker. He really wants to run to the ball, which, if I'm being honest, I'm not mad at that. But like, we have Overshown for that role. That wouldn't stop me from drafting Cooper if you love him. But I see. And another thing was, I didn't like Texas A&M scheme. If we're being honest, like I don't. In college, like if you guys, you can pull the film back up. I wrote this down in my notes. He's like 3 yards off the ball, like pre-snap a lot, and I'm like, if you doing this in the league, JG, OC, like quarterbacks, that ball going right past your ear. If you giving those tails away, and one thing that I loved about Michigan is they run a pro-style defense. And so they actually run a lot of the same stuff that Mike Zimmer runs. And so that's what – and listen, Colson's not a perfect prospect. That's why all these guys are really slotting the second round. Like, Colson's not – and I know, Tuck, you were high on Colson early too. So,
yeah, I like
Colson,
a lot of people,
a lot of people don't like Junior Colson. And I'm just
because he's from Michigan. That's the only reason why, bro. Because if you're thinking about what we need, Junior Colson's is 1,000% what we need.
Right.
He's the big body, forward tough, run stopping linebacker that's gonna go out there and do his job. And a lot of people, Junior Colson is what people thought Jeremiah Trotter was. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeremiah Trotter had all the hype, and you see how he kind of faded out because once you got to the film, it's like, nah, like Junior Colson is him. Cowboys fans are going to get over that helmet thing. But like D.M.V said the other night, they was at Michigan's pro day looking at somebody. Whether
somebody getting it, bro. They getting somebody.
They're looking at somebody. So you better get prepared for it. But I would love to have Junior Colson in our defense.
I'm finna throw a curveball at everybody. I hope y'all ready. My favorite linebacker is Cedric Gray.
See, now let's fight. Because I'm going to tell you something about Gray.
All right.
I like Gray, but one of my issues, especially like with North Carolina backers, they just don't stick, bro. Like, who was the kid that came out 2 years ago, the former quarterback? I remember watching him. It was like, man, he just wasn't NFL physical. Like, bro, and boss, I came on after your game. I mean, after the playoff game, and I'm like, bro, this team got a physical issue. And like, Gray is a lot like what we have in
good point.
Marquise Bell, run to the ball,
tackle the roll. Yep.
Yeah, like great with that, but like, bro, I do like, and I think that's why I think me and Tuck were talking about that. Like, bro, I do want a linebacker that's going to punish somebody. There's still a grit part of football that needs to, like, when Fred Warner hits you, like
you feel it.
You feel it. Backs, receivers, they like, hey, 54 around, and like
Roquan too.
Yeah,
yep.
Roquan. Yeah, like he gonna get up, he gonna talk a little. Like it's a difference. And see, that's what I said. Like I'll never forget this. People, and then they were overthinking Kyle Hamilton, and I'm like, see, I don't like that because if you watch Kyle Hamilton play, he bullies people. And what he do in Baltimore? Bully people. I like Cedric Gray, but he's that 230. I don't want any more 230-pound linebackers. Like, those are the guys that's getting blocked into the end zone when we play Buffalo. I'm cool on that. Give me, like, I'm going to tell you somebody who nobody really talks about, and that's Tommy Eichenberg. He going to play downhill. I don't like him in space. I don't like him turning and running. But if you're talking about somebody who's going to fill a gap, I want somebody to fill a gap. The rest I can figure out.
JD Bertrand too, a little bit too.
I got Cedric Gray as a third round target, even though
that's not bad. That's not bad.
As a third round target,
yeah.
But I'm gonna go double check his physicality. I go take another look at that because the thing I like is he looked like he anticipated very well. Like he was diagnosing them plays and he was beating them to the spot a lot. But I need to go. If I'm looking for a monster, I'm gonna go double check that.
And he missed a lot of tackles, boss. Like when I did the film.
Now, is that from PFL? Is that PFL?
No, just from the film. I did a film session. I think
he said he went back and watched.
Okay.
I did a film session on Cedric Gray's show. He's like one of the, because he's extremely athletic, like right around the Senior Bowl time. It's out there somewhere.
Gotcha.
But he missed a lot of tackles, man. And honestly, if I'm just being transparent, I think that Trevin Wallace is about to leap him, and he might even leap him.
Get out my head, bro. Like I was just about to say, like the name, and he was on my first watch list in November, and then it's like nobody like Trevor Wallace. You get these think pieces on Twitter. I'm like, then he goes to the combine, he runs, and then people are like, oh, I'm like, yeah, like Wallace can play. I mean, like, what's the difference between Wallace and Gray? Like, what? Tell me.
Right.
They're actually closer to the same. Yeah, like. It's honestly, if we're being real, I think Wallace is about 5 to 6 pounds thicker. He has a shorter build, so it looks like he looks
more
thicker.
stout, right?
And I think he's faster, if I'm not mistaken, or they're right there as far as his 40. Wallace ran a great 40, boss.
Yeah.
If you want to check it, he ran that's what has everybody like, oh. So.
Right. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. That's the whole point of this, is to fight it out. So if it's something I'm missing, I'm gonna definitely go double check that, because I'm gonna post my final next week before the draft. You gave me some good homework to do. Let's move to round 3 debates, and then we go do a draft and get up out of here.
You skipped a whole
lot of round 2. Yeah, because we'll talk about.
I guess he's doing it for interest of time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, but but if it's something on your heart, go for it.
Trey Benson, Keon Coleman, Cooper
Let's
Beebe.
go. You ain't lying. You right. Let's talk. You right. You right. You dead right on that. We got to get into that. All right, so rank them.
Yeah, I had Trey as round 2, but we put round 3 on the list you gave us.
No,
I'm with you.
We had Trey. Yeah, we did have Trey.
Actually, let's do this, boss. Let's spin it back next Wednesday if everybody's free, and then we'll just have these written down so people can see, because people are asking in the chat like, what number? Like they're getting confused.
Oh, they getting confused on our list. We need to have our ranks posted. Yeah.
So we'll do that. Yeah.
I don't know if we can get Foots back, man. Foots like he got 20 jobs. He played a drums.
Or he can at least send us the list. He can at least send us his list.
Yeah, we'll get his list.
So I'm only honestly, y'all. I'm at the. I know how you feel, Tuck, D.M.V. All my film watchers. I'm at the this weekend. I'm done. I'm only putting out one more video, and we at the finish line. I didn't watch film till my eyes burn. So. I'm just doing a day of show and then just reacting. I'm actually, this draft cycle, y'all. I can honestly say draft fatigue is kind of kicked in, because I see bad comps. I see a lot of just horrible takes. Like with players, honestly, with players that the Cowboys aren't even involved in. Like I don't know, y'all. I don't, boss. I don't want to go too far off the rails, but the quarterbacks, it's. Some of the stuff I hear and see, I'm like, you could tell either these guys didn't watch college football or
didn't really do the work.
Yeah, or
these cats don't do the work, man. That's what I kind of learned, is that we actually do the work. That's the difference. I think it's a lot of people out there that be straight faking, man. Because I see it on the radio a lot, like where they made it up. They just made that up, but they know how to make it sound good. Cowboys blog in the building. What's going on, OG?
Hey, Foots, can I ask you a question about J.J. McCarthy?
Yeah, let's have a question. Let's talk about it.
I'm sure you watched a lot of Michigan. What do you see in J.J. McCarthy that makes him a first-round quarterback? Because I don't see it.
I had a third-round grade on J.J. McCarthy. And
thank you. My God, I thought I was tripping, bro.
So history will show that only one of these guys at the top are going to hit. And somebody like Spencer Rattler, who people don't want to agree. I'm very high on Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, I like Spencer. And if he sit, he gonna be good if he sit behind a good quarterback.
I'm extremely high. So you asking JJ McCarthy, who I get the leadership, but then it's I see Blake Bortles, I see the super try hard. And that's great. You know what I mean, JG? But it's like, you draft those guys in the 3rd round. You know what I mean? Like, do people remember that Lamar Jackson went at the end of the 1st round or 2nd round?
And they
something
had to
like
move up to get him.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about? And then, like, so then, boss, like, so, no, J.J. McCarthy, I mean, people don't really, and this is another thing, Tuck, you said it, people don't realize just how good Michigan was.
Yeah.
And that's the part where it's like, that's why I love Blake. That's why I love, nobody wants to talk about Zach Zenner for the life of me.
Right.
But I'm talking about a guard.
What I say before we got on, OC? I mean, not OC, Ball. What I tell you about Zach Zenner being a sleeper?
He's one of my favorite interior linemen in this class. Book it. When he's healthy, just remember, you'll be like, oh, Zach Zenner plays for this team. He's been starting for years. Watch. Right. I mean, bro, that O-line was special. All of them. Right. And then Roman Wilson is really good. They don't ask J.J. McCarthy to do anything. And so
Roman Wilson really good, and J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, I think
he's about as 90s of a quarterback.
JG. This was happening. The measurable. I mean, he's great in interviews, and apparently the leadership is off the charts, and that's great. I'm with you.
Right.
But if Harbaugh is who he is, so his whole thing is, well, I'm never going to change who I am. We don't ask the quarterback to do much. But Harbaugh is talking to GMs. He's talking to coaches. He's talking to he wants his guy to get drafted. Yeah, he's marketing his guy.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, like, he goes to the wrong place, like New England with no talent, or Washington or whatever.
He did.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all this. Remember I said this. I've known Caleb for years. Him going to Chicago is not a lock that he's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's a reason why Washington is drafting at the top of the draft every year. It's a reason why the Chicago Bears, and for the longest Cleveland, and then there's a reason why Green Bay develops quarterbacks and Baltimore drafts well. Some of these teams will get these guys. They get in the building. Like, we trust Matt Eberflus to put in the plan for Caleb. We had Matt Eberflus in our building. So I'm just saying, like, that's some of the stuff that, but yeah, with McCarthy, no. And I don't like the Jaden Daniels Lamar comp. It's so freaking. Yeah, that's what lazy. I said. I'm done. That's what I said. I'm done.
That is just pure lazy.
I'm just done with the draft. It's so. No. I'm gonna tell you 3 comps that I hate. Braylon Allen to Derrick Henry sucks. Watch the film, Tuck. You did film on him. That's not. They don't even. They play no.
Yeah, I agree.
Derrick Henry was a
just body types. That's
athlete. He was a world-class athlete runner at Alabama. We got to be careful. And I love Braylon, but he's a 3rd round, 4th round pick for a reason.
Right.
People will kill me. Malachi to Debo, terrible comp. It's a bad. Malachi is more Laviska Shenault or Ty Montgomery. Debo Samuels was running past SEC corners. Let's not forget these things. I love, and I think that Mal is a really good player, but his film is littered with screens, 115 screens. That's what they threw at Western Kentucky. That competition, love it. You got videos of him running over those corners. Great. He is not no damn Debo Samuel, bro. That was a different type of athlete.
Yeah.
And
know what I figured out, Foots? You know what they really doing, man? These comps are for television. Like That's what it is. It's for television. It's like they got to get us going. They got to get us, excited.
Right.
It's
for the people that ain't gonna do the work.
Right.
For the people that ain't gonna do the
so
work.
They throw out this wild comp.
Let's paint the picture.
Yeah, they throw out this super wild comp that that when you do the work, you say, "I don't, man, what? No." You know what I mean?
Lamar and Jay Daniels. No.
Nah.
Right.
OC's son, who 11, had a better comp. He said he see a faster Russell Wilson. I thought that was a better comp than Lamar.
You know why that's a great comp? Because, hey, OC's son must watch ball.
I swear to God.
Daniels,
he 11.
Jay Daniels, go look at his passing charts. He doesn't throw over the middle of the field. And that's why I'm like, people don't like Drake because they're leaning on footwork, but I see NFL throws.
You know what? Russell Wilson don't throw over the middle of the field.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's 5'10", you know what I'm saying? So it's all outside the hashes. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going to make sure I tell OC son, I'm going to say, hey, man, some of the best draft heads Agree with you. It's also
That's a good call.
287 people watching and only 156 likes. This is too good of an exercise not to hit that like button. I get it. Sometimes you get in and it's, you watching and it get your attention. Pause, hit that like. It's going to help this video get more people to see it. Appreciate it. All right, man, let's get to round 3, man. I want to do a mock draft. And you know what? Foots, you gonna be the GM on this one because we've all been GMs. That means you make the final decision if we get to fighting about it. So we got round 3.
I'll sit back.
Yeah. And you can still fight it out, but you make the final decision. So, all right. So I was hearing you, Tuck. I think you was talking about Trey need to be more second round. Is that what you were saying?
1,000% he's second round. Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000% he's second round.
Like we might not get him at 56, bro. Like
I know.
That's yeah.
So
somebody gonna say, we need a running back, and just I'm afraid he ain't gonna make it to 56.
He might mess around and go first round. To be honest with you, because
I actually flirted with the idea of Dallas taking him in the first round.
Because there's going to be a team that's going to feel like, just like you said, D.M.V, like, nah, either him or Brooks is our guy. We're not going to get to him. Let's just jump up and go get him. So one, I would be shocked if no running back is taken in the first round, to be honest with you.
Can I be honest with y'all? I love this type of thinking because at the end of the day, like, I don't like let's just throw us a tackle. Yes, Tuck. If Tuck says he's a first rounder, he's a first rounder. Because guess what? Like, have your plan.
Right.
Detroit had their plan last year.
Right.
You think Detroit was listening to Mel Kiper?
Right.
No, Mel Kiper don't coach. And I love Mel. Mel, guess what they did? Everybody said Jack Campbell was a big, slow linebacker. They drafted him.
Right.
And he played good football. Everybody said, oh, you don't take running backs in the first. They traded up for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Mm-hmm. And then turn
around the linebacker and the running back in the first round.
And
both of them said,
Foots, I got to get your back on what you just said, bro. Because for years, I have been following the CBS boards, right? Because CBS, they obviously for a long time had the best scouts. Because every time I watched the draft, they mirrored what happened closer than anybody. And last year, it was not the case. People was going to get
because they lost Dane Brugler.
You think that's what it was?
Because they lost Dane. Dane used to be over.
Yeah, but Dane's hit rate wasn't that great last year either. Because
none of theirs ours, man.
I think neither is to your point, Foots.
But he closer to the prospects,
to get their
though.
guy. To your point, Foots. Teams was like, I'm going to get him. Like if I need that guy, we did that with Schoon. We know we all had Schoon way down there.
We did it with Mozzie too.
Yep.
With Mozzie.
Yeah.
And they even said it. Like, they felt like he wasn't going to be there at 56. They say, you know what? Let's just get him now.
They did it with Tyler. They did it with Tyler.
Little tree chart, value chart would have probably said that was a horrible pick. And they said we're not going to get him. Let's just get him now.
Shout out to my boy Landlord. Because he also did make that case on Trey Benson to the second round. We fought about that hard. But Landlord.
Shout out Landlord.
Landlord. I said at the very beginning of the show, I told everybody openly that you landed that punch in silence. So, you know what I mean? And I told everybody, I said, I ain't trying to be right. I just want the right, smart decision. So I gave boys credit for that lick you landed behind the scenes. So, yeah, I feel y'all on Trey now. Because, see, he made the case. Trey makes even more sense because I was kind of being kind of flat-footed on the first two picks need to be offensive line or receiver. I don't really care whichever one is the best player. But then when you look at the flexibility of offensive line, it was like, nah, bro, you can go get that running back, too, that can go get it. I was like, okay. But he landed that punch behind the scene, and it was Trey. So, anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to give my boy credit for that because he did hit me with a solid behind the scenes, and it was good. All right, man. All right, so I heard you make a case, man. I liked him a lot until I heard you on Skywalker show, Foots. Jermaine Burton. Yeah, I think you did a great job of kind of opening up the hood, looking underneath.
He's a dog, though.
Yeah, he a dog, but the character concerns. Foots did a real good job. Because I love this. When you watch him on film, he seemed like the type of receiver you want and need in Dallas. That tough guy.
Yeah, they're not gonna deal with that.
Yeah, but it's Foot's already broken down.
Okay, both of y'all are right in my GM bag. Because guess what, boss?
Yo,
you ain't gonna find two other receivers with better route running ability than him.
Right.
Just being real. Like he got his shit on a string, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like he different. But the problem is now what's going on? Like what's going on? Where you decommitted, you snatched the girl's phone, you slapped her, you at Georgia, and I get it. Leaving Georgia is not really, that's not the red flag to me.
It's Bama.
It's Bama and like just some of the character, and then like you've heard the coaches, and some of that stuff is subjective. Right. But then you just don't want to end up with Kelvin Joseph because
it sounds Kelvin Joseph-ish.
It's giving. But you know what's so crazy, bro?
Yeah.
I've seen it go the other way too. When you end up with like George Pickens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I think sometimes too much can be made of a kid that just wants to win. Like he's not a violent criminal.
Mixon too.
Yeah, Mixon
has had a hell of a career.
I'll tell you this, boss. I think that I hate doing this, but like, bro, Jalen Milroe, his film was hard to watch. It was.
He sucks, bro.
Right
now, at least
he's a running back playing quarterback.
Yeah.
And so, like, one of the heavy draft hitters was like, man, Jalen Milroe's film is. If you watch Burton's film, I can't even get mad for him for after a route. He like, bro, what?
Yeah. I ain't never mad at that. That's cool.
Yeah. So if it's just that stuff, boss, you gotta look at it. Some of these people talking third, fourth round, not a chance he'll be there. Not a chance. Not a chance.
He's one of those.
And Foot, I'll even argue.
I was gonna say, in footsie, you remember when you said it on my show, right? You have to think about him playing with Dak Prescott, not Milroe. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll be happy as hell with Dak. You know what I'm saying? But that fire, that passion, I don't think Steven and Jerry will touch it though. Personally,
you probably
I'm
what?
Scared to touch it, to be honest, man. Sure. Very scared.
But
boss, don't be scared.
They did it with Sam. They did it with Kelvin Joseph.
But Milroe is the reason that Jason McCollum is far down the board, in my opinion, because you know what I'm saying, the boxes that they had to see were clamped up because he couldn't throw the damn football.
My hood radar going off, man. Just keeping it real. Everybody know what hood radar is. You know what this man say? Some dudes super off and you can see it. It's like, no, that's authentic offness.
They picked a terrible picture for ESPN too. He looked crazy.
I want to get.
He looks crazy.
He stole something,
bro. You can see it. It's in the eyes, man. You know, we all been to the hood to where you be like, I'm tough, but I ain't gonna mess with him, bro. So look,
shit, I got another Bama transfer though.
All right, D.M.V raised a good case on Blake. I want to kind of dive into that because I heard this is a place we gotta get our boys straight. So you said this is a contention spot with you and Foots. What's going on?
Yeah, so me and Foots have been talking about Blake Corum, and really, man, the more that I watch film, and I'm actually going to do a film breakdown on him. The more that I watch him, the more he's more of the running back that the Cowboys Nation really wants. The only thing that they hate is saying that he's 5'8". But if you watch him, he runs between the tackles. You know what I'm saying? He's punishing people when they come in through pass protection. He can get a lot of carries. You know what I'm saying? He can be your bell cow. I'd argue that J.J. McCarthy isn't, he could be better in the pass catching game. 2 years ago, he was. You know what I'm saying? So I think he can do everything that you want in a running back. And really, the comp to him is Ray Rice. You know what I'm saying? And guess who they have in common? You know what I'm saying? They got Harbaughs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about this. Michigan is a tough-nosed team. Every time you watch him score, all of the offensive linemen go crazy because he sets the tone. This 5'8" dude right here, they power run with this dude. This is who y'all think that Braylon Allen is, in my opinion. If you watch them play, he's who y'all think Braylon Allen is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do a film session on it. I know people are saying Michigan, no, and he's little, and I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, he's been doing this for a long time. Yeah, he's the same. They're not even the same player. They're not even in the same stratosphere. It's not even. It's a different pedigree of player between these two. This dude been putting in work for quite some time. For me, if he's sitting in about round 3, I don't even hesitate. If he's like we talked about the other day, all the backs are gone. I would take Blake Corum in a heartbeat. I'm gonna let Foots talk on Blake Corum.
I'm gonna fake fight you on this.
Go ahead.
We already
Go ahead, fake fight
about this. I'm gonna fake fight you. I'm gonna just the concern that people have is that usage. You know what I mean? It's that usage. I love his nose for the end zone. It's very obvious. But it's like I don't want him to break. That's what people would say.
So can I give you some insight, boss?
Yes, please.
He's from the D.M.V.
Okay, hometown.
A few of my kids were so him, Caleb. Actually, Chop used to be in the gym as well. Chop's from the D.M.V. as well. So Blake is the hardest worker in the room. Now we talk about boxes, and this is just me telling, like, being around, because I coach on the youth level, and John will tell you. I mean, D.M.V. will tell you, like, some of my kids gonna be Power 5 kids at a point.
Yep.
And so we've had them at Athletic Republic, and people don't know D.M.V. is a well respected coach in the area too. So Blake, there's literally, you would not break this kid. You just won't. What D.M.V. saying that he's what people think Braylon Allen is, 100%. You couldn't have said it better. And I think that what he lacks in maybe breakaway speed, instincts are through the roof. He's going to finish runs better than any running back we've had since Zeke. And he's one of the few running backs that gets stronger as the game goes on. If you watch the Alabama game, he got stronger and stronger. And then he eventually tapped Alabama out. Like how many people, how many running backs have done that? The only one that we can really say that's done that in the last 20 years is Zeke. I mean, Nick Saban has had historic defenses. Historic. You ain't, as a running back, he not gonna let you run through him. With all that talent on that defense, he tapped them out. So I think, and my last point, what was the first thing that we talked about with J.J. McCarthy? Great team, but Harbaugh wants to run the ball. Dog, Blake was running against loaded boxes all game.
Right.
Yep. And, one more point, man. One more point that I wanted to make, right? Because this is the point that I said to Boss. Because a lot of people love Braylon Allen, right? And I can even argue this for any of the backs. If you got a big game, let's say we in the playoffs and we going to Green Bay, who you want toting the ball? You want Blake Corum or you want Braylon Allen in a big game situation? Because I don't think the answer's close.
Yeah, Blake
Corum.
When you said it like that, that's when we had I had my concerns before the show. D.M.V. just hold on. Let me just see. That's what put bullets in you right there. See, when you make the big game case, it's undeniable, just straight up.
Yeah, if you go look at his numbers, look at the big games this year.
Big game
he torched every damn body,
and everybody should want somebody that plays biggest in big moments. That's just that's your guy. And then the biggest cases you made too, DMV, is it's not like we're trying to keep any running back for 10 years. So it's like,
hell no, not anymore. We need him for 4.
You get him for the short run.
Move on to the next,
and we get out. Let's get us a draft in. Foots, you the GM.
Let's
we
go.
Can get us a couple of these in. All right, here we go. Boom. Let's put the debating to the test. Here we go.
Hold on.
I know.
Hey, move it over.
See who on the board. See who on the board.
Yeah,
though.
let me see on the board. I kind of like that.
Me too. Yeah, 29. Let me see. And we got.
Man.
Let me see. All right.
You probably see. It's like you. Dallas probably would take Graham because he's sitting right there.
Yeah,
but you got Guyton sitting right there.
Yeah, hold on. Go to the O line. Go to the O line room.
We can move down.
Honestly, Jordan Morgan being right there, that Jordan Morgan saves me right there. I probably would make the trade back because Jordan Morgan's there.
Yeah, because I want another pick. I want another pick, boss.
Yeah,
and fellas, we bailing. What we doing? What we doing, Tuck? We bailing. I know we traded away from Grant, but
I would take.
We ain't heard from you yet, Tuck, but
I'm chilling, man. But y'all would trade back, man. But I would also try to keep my pick that they were asking for. So go back to the proposed trade.
I want picks, Tuck. I can't sit.
I'm saying yeah. So goes the proposed trade.
Yeah, let's go. We're getting out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Oh, well, actually, hold on. We wouldn't gain it. We wouldn't gain a pick from that. We would lose 174, but we would get an earlier pick.
Yeah.
So we would be
but we would get an earlier pick.
Go to the
73 is more 73 is more valuable than 174 to us, in my opinion.
Right.
It
so,
is.
yeah, I would take that, man.
Take the trade.
Yeah,
take the trade.
There it is.
Trade.
All right.
Now reject it.
Yeah, I'm rejecting. We ain't playing. It's getting crazy.
Now click on Jordan Morgan. Oh my bad. Go ahead. What did I do?
Hold on. Let's see y'all. Yeah.
Ooh, Keon on there, bro. Keon on there for y'all.
Morgan.
For me, I would take Jordan Morgan, but anybody want to make the case for Keon right there?
Nah, I'll wait.
Go to defense. Go to defense.
Ooh.
See, say that. It'd be hard not to pick
Robinson right there.
Yeah, that's hard not to get Johnny.
I'm gonna tell you why. Going D tackle back to backs. I know people don't want to hear this, but new defensive coordinator, right? Darius Robinson is another name too, boss. You're right.
Yeah,
because now we have our Micah plan, we have our defense, DeMarcus Lawrence contingency plan, because he's off this team in a year, unless he keeps playing good football, which he has. But this is tough. And then let's go back to O-line.
Then this too, you see what I'm saying? You look at that DT, we wiped out. So
yeah, bruh.
Yeah, so we got some issues.
And Johnny's not the same position as Mozzie either. I don't think that would hurt the snaps for Mozzie.
Mozzie was severely under. Like it's like Dan Quinn didn't watch any of his film in Michigan. I know he says he does, but it's like you came in and asked him to get upfield, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Right.
Well, Stephen Jones said they knew that he didn't fit Dan Quinn's scheme, but they took him anyway. But it's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, I don't.
Don't even get me started, bro. Like, you know how many Eagles fans I had to fight because of this, and I'm like, and I know what I was watching. I'm like, bro, why are they asking him to two gap? And man, had this kid eat up blocks like he did in Michigan. I don't care about his stat line. I'm not trying to compete with Jalen Carter and all that. I want. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Johnny, you can go with Johnny.
Y'all sold me on Johnny Newton.
Let's go, Johnny.
Since we got 73, since we got 73, that helps a lot.
And we wiped out.
Does.
And we got to make the decision based on where we are now. If they would have loaded us up and gave us something in free agency, then we probably would have fought it back. But
hey, no lie. No, wait. Let's see who on the board. Because, look, we go 4 spots back. We gain 101, and then we giving up 216. 101 more valuable to us than 216. So it's just a matter of who's on the board. Like, is there anybody we really want to pick?
I think I want to go interior lineman, fellas. GM.
You could trade back. You could take the trade back. Yo, my God, Dominic. There's Zach Zinter right there.
Yeah, I see.
Well, I like Mason McCormick.
Roman Wilson.
I don't even like that. Let me see the running backs. Yeah, I can go Polk, but I want to. See, there it is, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there it is.
See,
yep.
There it is. It's
probably got to go. Yeah.
Man,
yep.
This is okay. Let me make the case for something. Maybe y'all might be able to help me. When did Breece Hall get hurt?
Breece Hall?
Yeah. Because remember, he came back the following year from that ACL. Y'all see where I'm going.
Oh, shoot. I don't remember. But yeah. It was like early in the season, wasn't it? Yes.
I thought it.
Yeah, I don't remember the date. But Jonathan Brooks got hurt in November, so.
I think I want to do it right here. I do.
See, hey, I think we probably made the case for Dallas to probably take their running back in the first round if they want Trey.
I'm thinking
what pick
Jonathan
did he
Brooks.
go?
I'm thinking that's just me.
I think I'm going Brooks too, fellas. I
honestly would take that trade back, but that's too much.
You want to?
Yeah, I think I would take the trade back too. I would take the trade.
Y'all want
to?
Let's build. Hold on. Let's look at the next trade. Let's just look at it. Can we go look at the next trade? No, go back to that one.
Same. I think we got a better deal with that first one.
All right, let's take the next one. Let's take this one.
He's still there?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, no. That's
but now we get Blake. Now we'll get Blake here.
Like I ain't even tripping. I'm not tripping at all.
Go to all. Or just reject that. Go to all. See what's available. You can still go Jalen Polk, bro.
Still got Polk there.
But I'm going Blake personally. I like Polk here, but we need a back, y'all. We got to be able to run the ball. We didn't go interior lineman either. Let's look interior lineman. Because now we're going into the season with TJ Bass and what's his name? And I like his podcast.
We should have got Burton.
Ooh.
Yeah, OG.
Ooh, Cedric there, bro.
Yeah, this is tricky.
You think he'll make it to 73?
Go to offensive
go Cedric. Go Cedric. Go Cedric. And now you got. So look, this is what we got, fellas. Next 2 rounds, we're no longer BPA, but we got to go Cedric. I know this is all messed up.
We still got Zinter down there, but
injured. We need Van Pran to come in and take. He's gonna take what's his name spot. Okay, love you Hoffman, but
it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade at Van Pran for sure.
So we'll go Van Pran and now Tuck. We need to come back and either get our skill. But now we can live with TJ Bass and Van Pran, and then now we have Tyler Smith at left tackle. Let's go Van Pran.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
We forced him in a left tackle. It's all good though.
Reject this.
We built for that.
Yeah, Ricky. We got some wide receivers, Roman.
We still got receivers. Now we looking good. Now let's argue about these backs and these receivers.
So running back.
So Blake is still on the board. And receiver.
I say Blake. This is the reason why I say Blake, and I'm just think. Hold on, let me see. Look at receive first.
Man, that's some good ass
receivers. Go with the Doug.
I gotta go with Blake.
Doug might be there in the 4th round. I'm gonna go Blake. And
Blake.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm going Blake, bro. Let's go. I'm
the draft getting better.
The
draft getting way better. It's building.
We could have waited.
Hey, the Cowboys fans would be pissed. Like, oh, why did we get him? We have Brilliant now.
We could have got Ray. You're right. But we still, you know what's up? Guess what? We might double dip in the draft.
We still can.
I was about to say. Listen, Tuck. We talked about this. What do we say on your show? I might replace both of you jokers, Rico and Deuce.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Look, because we traded up. Look at receivers.
Royce Freeman. And Royce Freeman. Hit wide receiver real quick.
Hey, no lie though. Hey, y'all, look. The duo of Wright and
get Ricky
and Blake. Ricky. Oh my God.
Oh, scroll down. See my dude. Send my dude Javon Baker is available. I just want to see how this app works. Scroll down, boss. Let's just scroll down.
It ain't no scroll.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Javon Baker.
Yeah, no scroll.
It's all Ricky.
It would be between Burton and Ricky. Because honestly, Burton is a better receiver to me, but Ricky's cleaner off the field.
Right. I would go Ricky here.
Let's go Ricky. I'm with you, Tuck. We give you a pick. You waited. You've been patient. We're gonna give that feels good.
I wanted Burton right there, bro. Like in that round, it's all good.
Yeah, that's a safe round. I'm with you. I'm with you, boss. That's a very safe round.
I'm gonna reject that.
Reject.
I'm gonna reject
we're gonna draft. We not taking no trades. We're gonna draft.
All right, go to edge. Oh no, we drafted Johnny Wilson or Johnny Newton first.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't know how realistic this is, but if Mike Sanders still was here, I would probably draft him. And I know I don't have a position for him, but somebody like him, the way he plays football and the leadership that he has, I think he could come in and be your poor man's. Who's my kid that did a great job on Jake Ferguson last year? They blanketed him, and that's when I realized we need another weapon in Detroit. What's the safety from Alabama? I'm blanking on him.
Yeah. Who ended up getting the pick, right?
Yeah.
Branch
did a great job on Ferguson.
Oh, no, not Branch. Yeah, Branch.
It's Brian Branch.
Bro. It's Jordan Jefferson. To me.
Yeah,
I like
you go
Gabe
Jordan
Hall.
Jefferson.
Who?
I like Gabe Hall
Hall
from Baylor. But Jordan Jefferson makes sense.
What linebackers are on the board?
Oh, we haven't went backer.
We ain't went back. We true.
Nah.
No, we'll have. But you know what? We'll have backers later. Around, I think we'll have backers in the next round. We'll have backers in the next round. Let's go. I'm with DT. It'll be between Wingo and Jordan Jefferson, both the LSU tackles.
I'm going
You can
Jefferson.
sign me up.
I like Jefferson.
All right, Jefferson it is. All right, I'm taking the next pick. I've been a nice GM. Now I'm grabbing
Foot down.
I'm cussing y'all out.
Foot down.
Damn.
Yeah. I know, sitting like this, I hate it.
Oh man,
this how it's gonna be in the draft too. We gonna be sitting.
Oh man.
No lie though, we got some killers. We got some killers though.
Nah, this draft it picked up. All
right, where we at?
It's the last pick, 7th round.
Yeah, we made some
Right,
trades.
let's go. You know what's crazy? I would probably go Vidal, or I would probably go. I would go to the Washington linebacker. I don't know why he's sitting here. I got a 2nd round grade on him.
You Dolphin? Yeah,
I read a crazy stat that Vidal had over 1,000 yards after contact or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a stud, bro. He's a stud.
Yeah.
Go to
you know who he reminds me of? Old school. Hey,
Who?
Foots, I know you remember this guy, or maybe you don't, but y'all remember this dude named Dave Meggett that used to play? I think he used to play for the Patriots. Vidal reminds me a lot of him. A lot of him.
I like the Murphy twins. Hey, Tuck, what do you think about the Murphy twins from UCLA?
I like him, man. I like Gabe Murphy, man.
Yeah.
Did we go
2nd
edge?
round, you can sign me up.
Charlie Newton. I would like.
We didn't go edge.
I mean,
we didn't go edge, fellas, but now that we got Newton,
that's a steal.
Newton,
honestly,
I feel like he could play a 5-tech at times.
He lined up outside. Newton played outside too a little bit. So, you could go Gabe Murphy. Go to all and see what's all available. Could go Gabe Murphy.
I'm making this pick. I'm gonna hijack this pick.
Dolphin, Kamani Vidal. There has to be more players. Boss, you sure you can't scroll, bro?
Man,
scroll them.
This is crazy. I know. I'm
somebody look. No. Somebody getting saved for undrafted free agents. Probably Vidal.
They probably gotta be a way to scroll.
He probably gonna get drafted. We're gonna throw him the bag.
This worst similar.
I would probably go to Washington linebacker. I have a 2nd round grade on him. He blew the combine up. I would double dip it backer. Who was the first backer we drafted? Oh, we haven't drafted one.
I don't think
I would go Washington Kid. I would go to Washington Kid. Yeah, and I feel good about our stat. We do have another pick. Okay. This hey boss, this your pick.
This my pick. All right. I'm thinking.
You need help? Let us know.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Goes Monty Bailey out of TCU.
I saw that. I just saw that. He had a good championship game 2 years ago. Didn't really play that good this year.
30 visit. Jordan McGee's a big 30 visit. I just did a video on him. Kalen DeLoach, Florida State.
You like McGee, Tuck?
So the difference, right? So there's Nate Watson right there from Mississippi State. He's your bigger bruiser linebacker. He gets downhill, kind of your game record. Can't turn a little bit, but have him coming downhill. That's the guy right there. He had a DUI, so the Cowboys probably like that. Jordan McGee is more of your athletic linebacker, kind of like your Cedric Grace. Played quarterback previously, basketball, baseball player, has a thin frame, but he's extremely athletic. Sideline guy, but he's not your brute force tackle. So it depends on what you're trying to get. If I had to lean towards one, I would go with Nate Watson at linebacker because, like you said, Foots, I want somebody who's downhill collision guy, and Watson's going to be that guy for you versus Jordan McGee. Nate Watson's like 246, something like that. Like he's a big dude. Yeah,
I heard he had a bunch of production in the SEC too.
Yeah, he had like 136 tackles or something. I just did it. My last video was on him and some of the some of the unknown guys that people are talking about, like Tyrese Cooper and some of those people. But yeah,
we got to get Watson. I think we can beat this one, man. For real, I like it.
Let's try to beat it next week, bro. It's late, bro.
Well, we got to do one more tuck. We can't go like that.
I know. I'm. Hey, you got about 5 minutes out of me, boss.
Hey, come on, boss. Let's wrap this one up, bro.
All right, it's gonna be quick. We ain't gonna play no more.
We go rapid fire.
Rapid fire, bro.
Everybody take a pick. Let's push through, Tuck. We still gonna try to get some film in.
Man, let's get our final word in here, bro. Nah, we doing final word. We gonna just accept that.
I'm falling asleep with Will McClay in the second round last year,
we
man.
Gonna accept it. I wanted us to beat that draft. I know we can do better than that. All right, anyway, my final word. First of all, dope discussion, man. I like this exercise to where we got a chance to really. I think when we really try to rank it and look at it, compared to how we all think, it make me have more respect for real war rooms. How people list can be just totally different, but y'all got to figure out how to really blend it into one. I can see this where it's a real hard exercise, and I can see where debates can get intense, so especially when you're dealing with all these smart people, man. So my final word is, I'm excited about this draft, man, and I think we gonna really be happy. I think we gonna go BPA. This last simulator told me that it's risky to move down because you could lose your guys. We lost 2 guys, playing with moving down. So that kind of made me suspect of move down. But that's my final words.
My final word, man.
My final word is appreciate you, Foots, for stopping by, man. I did a show with Vach the other day. The one thing that I've noticed over the last couple of weeks is the power of, like, you've seen content creators that hadn't been working together for whatever reason. Everybody's coming together and it's creating a community, a tighter knit community. Now, I know Green Bay beat the life out of us, right? But right now, what y'all are seeing right now is history. Y'all are seeing history where a lot of us are coming together, we're meshing, and we're creating a united front for so that the Cowboys front office or whoever's going to watch this, now this united front becomes a lot more powerful. And I think that we should continue doing this, continue pushing the gas pedal, for whoever's watching this. And the more work we do together, I think the better this team will be, the better this community will be. That's my final word.
Foots.
I can honestly say JG really hit it out the park with that one. I know me personally, if I don't work with folks, it's only because I'm literally just locked in. Like, draft season has been like what I do. But like really being able to spread my wings and work with Tuck this year was dope. Me and JG got a relationship offline, so that's always gonna be my guy. You know what I mean? We talk. He helps me with some of the kids in my area. We bounce back and forth. We really talk ball. Boss, I love what you're doing with your platform, and everybody just keep up the good work. I only ask this from our community. Let's have original thoughts. And what I mean by that is, just because, and this is why me and Tuck really hit it off. I don't like that. I give y'all one player, and people gonna say it's Foots talking about Keon Coleman again, but here's my problem. I don't like a player's money being affected because of a fabricated thing like separation or something. Keon Coleman's a first round talent. And I mean, so Now he's not going to get first round money because the hipster thing was he can't separate. And that caught on and it caught fire. And this is a guy who, I mean, you early on in the process, again, because I've been on this class, you would question if Rome Odunze was better than Keon Coleman. Just being honest. I mean, what did you say, Tuck? This is a Tuck thing, so I'm not even going. He outplayed Malik Neighbors in that game when they played.
And Brian Thomas.
And Brian Thomas Jr. But today, 4 days before the draft, whatever it is, it's like Keon Coleman he's not good anymore. It's just disgusting to me. And I'ma always fight for these kids that's trying to, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they trying to feed their family. They trying to chase their goals. It's not about us and draft nerds just throwing so much shade that, I don't know, it just bothers me because it's just not original. Everybody latched onto this separation deal and it's like, well, he can't play. It's like, really? You know what I mean? If that was the case, Anquan Bolden wouldn't have got drafted.
Right.
So anyway, just be original, guys. I've been doing this long enough to know, like, I remember when there was a question if Buda Baker was any good. Oh, he's too little. Dallas shouldn't draft him. Oh, he's been in the league. He's been fine. So, thank you so much for having me, boss, and Tuck and D.M.V. Much love to y'all.
Before we go to Tuck, I want to echo you just real quick on that Keon, because I was talking to my boy Amp yesterday, and he was and I said the hardest dude that I ever covered was this dude named Orlando Iglesias. I swear to God, I was always in his hip. Always. He caught everything. You know why? He was a power forward receiver that knew how to get big and attack the ball. And I heard you make that case. You know what I mean? Which is the same thing I saw with Keon. And you right. A lot of stat nerds, they did the same thing to Dez. Dez is the best possession guy ever. But people stuck with route running versus winning at the point of attack. You right. People, yeah, man, I didn't mean to jump on that, but that's... I
mean, real quick, I know Tuck got to go. But
good.
If you look at all these guys we love, Ladd McConkey, like, if Ladd line up in front of Trayvon Diggs, Ladd is going to the sideline because he's going to get pressed and jammed. Right. Trayvon Diggs is going to put hands on that boy.
Right.
That's why you got to put him in the slot. Trayvon can't do that to Keon.
Right.
Keon got an NFL body. It's different. Like, all these guys, it's different. I'm telling you. Like, and he play that way. Now, the production, that's what people will give you, Tuck, and you know this. People are going to fight back with production. So, I just say, hey, just be careful of falling victim to groupthink because it's lazy to me.
Man, that motherfucker killed it on the way out the door. Man,
thanks, man. You know, it's hard to follow that, but I echo everything that Foots has been saying. And, you know, it's something that I think is special with our community because it's not about what I say or what Foot says or what Boss or D.M.V. Like, we're just trying to educate you guys. We want you guys to be able to do your own work. That's why you know, I started my Draft Wizard University, showing you guys how to build your own databases and, you know, where to get film and, you know, do all these different things, right? So you can do it for yourself because ultimately that's how I started personally. That's probably how Foot started, you know, being around the game and everyone else, because we sit back and watch the Mel Kiper and I'm just like, I don't think that's right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it just never hit. You know what I'm saying? It's never synced. So, you know, that's what I love the most about community. You get so many different outlooks. You get, you know, in-depth perspectives. There's been countless hours of film study. So, you know, if I didn't break down Kingsley, well, D.M.V. did. If I didn't do Johnny Newton, well, Foots did. If I didn't do this player, well, Boss did. So you guys are going to be well informed for draft season. And like I said in my last video, what my job was to make sure none of my people who watch my channel have the who face, you know. So that's why we're talking about HBCU prospects. We're talking about all these different prospects. So when the name gets called, you just won't rush to judgment and have groupthink because 8 people on Twitter hate the pick. Now you hate the pick because you don't know who the pick is, right? So I want you guys to be educated. So ultimately, next week is draft week. Like I said, it's the fourth quarter is when we come alive. This is where we get to kind of celebrate our efforts. Do our live shows, do our live events, and just see what the Cowboys do. But ultimately, Cowboys Nation, whatever happens on Thursday and Friday and Saturday, we can continue to rock, put our best ideas forward, and try to find solutions to help this team win a championship. And that's my final word.
Appreciate it, Foots.
Great stuff, man.
Appreciate it, Tuck. D.M.V. For real.
Yeah. I just wanna run it up. Can we check us out?
Dang, we a week out, huh?
Dang. You know we got a recap. Because the recap was the best show last year. The recap. We got a recap.
And we were right, too.
That's why we
were right.
Recap. We was right. Yeah, the recap, because that's where we go really break down what we just got. You know what I'm saying? And I really saw the power of us recapping from last year. You know what I mean? So we got to get a recap. I know you're going to be on vacation, Tuck, but if you can make 30 minutes.
Yeah, I got you, man. I'm gonna do it from a pool in Vegas, but I got you.
Yeah, man. You can have the shades on, the flip flops, do whatever you got to do.
Draft is over. I'm taking my ass to Vegas, bro. I'm out of here.
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
yeah, man.
Hey, bro, we need a timeshare in Vegas, Tuck.
Right. Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate the hard work, bro. You've been grinding, bro. For real.
Yeah, I'm tired, bro.
Yeah.
Need to buy a property and Airbnb that joint until we ready to go out there.
I'm going to tell you what I learned from my boy Tuck, man. You know what I learned from Tuck? You got to play hard if you work hard, bro. Tuck play hard. He go get that rest, and he go come back like a demon.
Yeah.
Go home. Go hard. Go hard. Go home. Go home. Go hard. Go hard. Go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go hard, go home, go.
I love Parsons as a rush defensive end, right? If you draft him and you put him on the end, turn him into another DeMarcus Ware. Let him rush the quarterback, get upfield, and create damage to the other opposing offense.
We got the pick.
Man, here it is.
We got the pick.
Yeah, this gotta be Parsons. Like, Parsons the best player available.
Go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now.
So the Cowboys just selected Jake Ferguson with pick 129. Hey, I'm good. I love the pick. I love the player.
Hey,
I know that a lot of people will say that this is probably a reach. This is about where I had Jake Ferguson. Really solid player.
Boss, I need you to make me an intro.
He can do all the
make all these.
He can run
I
routes.
made every bit of it. I got
you. He can actually make people miss.
Yes, I just need something
like
I
got you.
Hard, bro.
No, I got you, bro. We'll work that out. We'll have it made for Foots. I got you.
It's hard, boss.
No, man, I appreciate it, bro. I really do. Yeah.
Like I'm really entertained watching this channel.
No, I appreciate it, bro. We gonna make it happen. We gonna put this. It's gonna be original. D.M.V sound, all of that. We got you. I promise you. We'll talk. I'll get you right. Promise.
Go hard. Go.